welcome to the new Southern National Disc Golf website. We're going to do a brief tutorial for area tournament directors on how to create an event and put it on the schedule, as well as how to edit the event details. So this is just really geared towards the tournament director, and we'd like to take a moment to just thank all of our Southern National tournament directors and their commitment to run Southern National events. So without you guys, obviously the Southern National Southern National Disc Golf Series wouldn't exist. So thank you for your commitment, and we hope that you like this new system, and we hope that it's a little bit more user friendly to add and edit your information. So we're just going to do a quick breakdown of the new system. So you'll notice that we're dealing with a completely new look and a new functioning site, different than what we've been used to in the past. And we feel like it's a much needed upgrade from where we were at prior to this. So you'll notice at the top we have the About Southern Nationals. We have a player database where all of the information from all the results is housed, as well as the upcoming schedule, the previous results from previous events, and the upcoming news and different stories from the Southern Nationals. So we're going to scroll down and you'll see the upcoming Southern National qualifiers that are the most recent events coming up on the schedule, and the previous 5 recent event results that have been inputted into the system. So you'll notice that there. We'll continue to scroll down. You'll notice our ad sponsor Discraft. We'd like to thank Discraft for their continued support of the Southern National Disc Golf Series, and without sponsors for the Southern Nationals, as well as sponsors for our tournaments, that we wouldn't be able to continue to move this series forward. So we just want to thank them for their commitment to the Southern Nationals. You'll see at the bottom you'll have access to the SN handbook, as well as Facebook page, and ability to contact the board for any of your sanctioning questions, and also if you need copies of insurance documentation for your events. And you'll also notice at the bottom right hand side a director's login. This is for all our area tournament directors to be able to log in and have access to a little bit more information than say the typical player is. So we're going to click there, and it's going to bring us to a username and password. Each area TD will have their own username and password, and we'll provide that to you via email. So we're going to log under Mr. Mike Martins, and you'll notice now we have a few different options. As a tournament director, you have an option to add a competition. You have an option to add a new player to the system, as well as manage the competitions that are already in the system. So we'll first click on Manage My Competitions, and we'll be able to see all of the events that the Southside guys have ran throughout the year, and the ones that are on the schedule for the future. So big shout out to Southside, a long time supporter of all things Southern National. So from there we're going to do a little test competition. We'll add a competition here, and it will populate a form fields for us to fill out, and we'll fill out a test competition. You'll be able to select the date of the event, and if it's a 2-day event, you'll have an optional end date and to list a 2-day event. So you can type in the disc golf course here, and the location of the city, as well as actually type in the actual location of the disc golf course, and you'll see it populated, and you can click on it and it'll actually put it in a map form on your event. So as you scroll down, you'll see that you can add details of your event. You can bold, italicize, you can add links to your page, you can add pictures, and you have a little bit more leeway to create your data how you want to. Add links to registration, add links to your Facebook event page, etc. Once you do that, you have the option to preview it or save it. So we're going to make sure we have all this data inputted, and then we're going to save. And once you save, it will populate not only under Manage My Competitions. You'll see it's now populated here for you to edit and add results. and it'll also populate on the schedule. You'll see it populated here. So that's essentially how you add a competition. It's very easy. The only thing we ask you to do is check the current schedule, make sure that there are no other events within a 100-mile protection radius for our Southern National event. So if we notice anything, the board will contact the TDs and work out a solution. But just be mindful of the current schedule and be mindful of the events that are within the 100-mile radius. Protection radius to prevent any conflict. So that's essentially the add a competition or adding an event to the schedule. There's not a whole lot to it, but we'll do a video next of how to properly input results. It's a little bit more of a process. But once you get the hang of it, there's not a whole lot to it. So once again, we'd just like to thank you personally as a TD for committing to running Southern National events, and we hope you like this new system, and we feel like it's a much needed improvement than what we're used to. And just please don't hesitate to let us know if you have any questions. Thank you.